What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE the Black. I'm back, and I'm here for another video today. So after you saw my last video, hashtag round 3, we had just beaten the Spurs on Monday night, and I said that we were watching and we were waiting for the Cavaliers to handle their business with the Celtics. And right now the game is going on, and as we all expected, they are handling the Celtics pretty good. So, what is today's video about? Today's video, and normally you would think I would save this for game 1, but I'm not. How this is going to work is I'm going to cover the finals for how many games are for, and break down what happened in the game. Hopefully I'm not have to work, so I'll be able to see the game go down, right? So, okay. So I won't do any predictions, but I'll go analyze each game like I did after Christmas when I dropped that video. Okay, so today's video is how I think how the Warriors can beat the Cavs in the finals, because, you know, right now they're resting, you know, they're practicing, waiting for the Cavaliers to get done with their series. Hashtag we're watching and waiting, or hashtag we're waiting, whatever you want to do. Focus. That is how the Warriors will beat the Cavs. Focus. Last year, things just got out of hand with the Draymond suspension, and what the Cavs did to the Warriors in Game 5 completely shifted the series in the Cavs' favor. Now, and I agree with Stephen A. First of all, this man should not have been suspended, because basically what the NBA said was, we don't want the Warriors to win. They basically said they gave the series back to the Cavaliers. I know we're saying, oh, the Warriors had 3 more games to try and close the series out. They can't do that. When the team has momentum, that is it. For example, in the divisional round this past year, the Packers were beating the Cowboys pretty good, and then in the second half, the Cowboys had the momentum. Had that game gone into overtime and then the Packers not made that field goal, the Cowboys would have won that game. Why? Because they had the momentum. That is why. So, when a team has momentum, they are hard to stop. Especially when they're the Cavaliers. Especially when they have LeBron James, who is the king. But the way the Warriors are going to beat the Cavs is by focus. Now, obviously, what you mean? Of course they're going to focus. It's the finals. No. I mean, they cannot let LeBron and them get in their head. Last year, they got in their head. They got in Steph's head. They shut him down. I agree with Max on that. They got in Steph's head. Steph was banged up with his knee and everything. And so, and they got in and they gained momentum and they got in their head. And it was too little, too late for them to turn it around. Especially, you know, since when does Steph ever foul out? Like, he just doesn't do that. That happened in Game 6. And they were just, oh my God. So, focus. The Warriors cannot lose focus. They have heard everything from, Steph has heard everything from, how could you let someone like Kevin Durant come onto your team? You're the Golden State Warriors. You won 73-9 last year. And many people will argue, had Draymond not got suspended, they would have won Game 5 and won the championship. I'm with everybody when I said the Cavs stole it. So, they're saying, why do you need Kevin Durant, Curry? This is supposed to be your team. Everyone's talking about Kevin Durant. How could you go? That is the weakest move a superstar can make of his caliber, going to a championship-made team already. And if they don't win, then clearly something's wrong. You know, everyone's like, well, oh, they haven't been tested and this and that and that and this. First of all, is it the Warriors' fault that Nurkic was hurt against Portland? Because even if he was playing, would the outcome have been the same? Sure, it may not have been 4 games. It may have been 6 or 5 or whatever. But would the outcome have been the same? Would the Warriors have won? Yes, they would have. In the second round against against the Utah Jazz, was it the Warriors' fault that George Hill was hurt? No. Would the series have changed? Maybe they would have won a game or 2, but the outcome would have been the same. The Warriors would have won that game. And truth be told, I did not want to face the Spurs. I didn't want the Spurs to face the Warriors because I knew they were going to be tough, especially with Kawhi. And clearly that was evident during game one. Now, you could say that all of that just came out lackluster. The Spurs just wanted it more. They were rusty, and this, and that. First of all, that cannot happen, not against LeBron, because that happens in game one against the Cavs. The Cavs will win that game. So they need to do everything in their power to make sure they come out and they look strong and ready to go. Focus. Now, obviously, the whole, Zaza's dirty, he took out Kawhi. I mean, I looked at that play over and over again. I mean, to me, I don't know. It looked like an accident, but I know Zaza has a history, right? I gotta refresh myself. Gotta get something to drink. You know what I'm saying? So, either way, if it took 6 or 7 games, the Spurs were not going to beat themselves, okay? The Spurs were going to challenge Golden State with Kawhi. And that, I think, would have been enough that they would have been ready for the Cavs. Are they still ready for the Cavs? Yeah, they are. They're ready for the Cavs. And everyone, when they lost the game through, everyone was like, oh my God, what's wrong with LeBron? He had this and that. Okay, the man was sick. Okay, calm down. Okay, he's still LeBron James, okay? That's still Kyrie Irving, okay? Kevin Love is on fire, okay? Kyle Korver and the rest of the team, they're doing what they need to do to win games. Everyone knew going into the season that it was going to be the Cavs and the Warriors going at it in a third match, in the trilogy. Who's going to win this series? Whose era is this? Whose team is better? Is it the Cavs? Is it the Warriors? Whose is it? Focus. The Warriors need to focus. They need to take everything. They need to prove everybody wrong. The Cavs have nothing to prove because they have LeBron. But the Warriors do. And I know what you're saying. They have KD because they put this team together. They have to prove it. And Klay has been cold, but Klay is due for a game. How do I know Klay's going to have a game? Because Klay has not been playing very well. Remember when the Dallas Cowboys were winning games, and I said the Cowboys are due for a loss. They will lose eventually because against the Eagles, they should have lost. Against the Vikings, they should have lost. And then eventually, they lost to the Giants. Well, they did shut down the Giants' offense, granted, but for whatever reason, they couldn't move the ball on offense anyway. So, the Cowboys ended up losing. Why? Because they were due for a loss. The same thing applies to Klay Thompson. He has been cold, so he is due for a game. We cannot forget what Klay Thompson is capable of. Steph Curry needs to show up because in the past 2 finals, he has not been his MVP self. This year, he will show up in the finals because when Steph Curry is the engine, when Steph Curry is hot, that is when the Warriors flourish. Whether it be KD, because this playoff, it's been Steph and KD, right? It's been Steph and KD. Draymond's going to get his. He's going to get blocks. He's going to get steals. He's going to do what he has to do. That man has learned his lesson. He ain't going to be no suspension. Ain't going to be no, he's out of control. Nope, he knows. Last year, they could have closed it out in their house, and they didn't do it because he was not there. He is the heart and soul. He moves that team. He is their spirit. But Steph Curry has to be the engine. And KD with his backup. And Klay, like I said, he's due for a game. With this, the Warriors should be able to close this out in a minimum of 5 games. Before the season, midway through the season, when the Warriors were going through their troubles, but they still looked pretty good. They were barely winning games, but they were like, okay, they might do something. And the Cavs were looking all great and dominant. I said, if the Warriors get to the finals, it's going to be 7 games. Obviously, the Warriors have gotten better. Obviously, the Cavs are the Cavs. So, and I said it's going to go 7. Right now, minimum, if Golden State is focused and they're ready and they prove to everyone that they can do this, they should be able to win the minimum of 5 games, maximum, obviously, 7. But I think they can take it in 6. I think it'll go 6 because I have that feeling. The final should be great. I cannot wait. I am pumped up. It is like if you're a wrestling fan, it is the dream match that you have been waiting for. It is the match that you've been waiting for. It is the main event of WrestleMania. It is Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair. It is The Undertaker versus Sting. It is AJ Styles versus John Cena. It's Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. It is the two powerhouses, the two juggernauts going at it. It is Tom Brady against Peyton Manning. It is Carson Wentz against Dak Prescott. That is what this is. The matchup that everybody is waiting for. The matchup that we can't wait to get here to see who is the better team. And in order for the Warriors to win, they need to be focused. Steph will show up because he has showed up in these playoffs. KD will show up because he has showed up in these playoffs, especially in game threes. Who else will show up? Draymond will be Draymond. He's not getting suspended. And Clay is due for a game. And the bench with McGee and Iguodala and Livingston and Ian Clark and everybody else. And Ja will get his too. And I am telling you, in 6 games max, the Warriors will win the NBA championship. They will win back what was stolen from them last year. And they will prove that they were indeed the better team. They will. And with that being said, you can tell I am pumped up. I am ready to go. The Warriors owner said it best. We want the Cavs. I want the Cavs. We want LeBron. We want Kyrie. We want Kevin Love. We want Tristan Thompson. We want J.R. Smith. We want Kyle Korver. We want Sheehan Umper. We want all of these guys who are the guys on the Kings team. Because at the end of the day, the first championship, everyone was like, oh, that was a fluke. Everybody was hurt. You didn't win anything. The second time, it was stolen from them. This time, third time's a charm. They will prove everybody wrong. They will prove that they were the best team this year. They will prove that they were the best team last year. They will remind everyone why they won 73 games last year. Steph Curry will remind everyone why he's a 2-time MVP. KD will remind everyone why he is a superstar. Klay Thompson will remind everyone why he and Steph Curry are called the Splash Brothers. And Draymond Green will prove to everyone why he deserves to be Defensive Player of the Year. He will prove to everyone that him getting suspended last year was a mistake. He will prove to everybody that the Warriors are the best team. And I'm telling you right now, I am pumped. I am ready. I cannot wait for it to be June 1st. I cannot. Let's do this. Oh my God, it's going to be 8 days without any basketball. But you know what? That's fine. This is my first year watching basketball. The Warriors brought me into this. I fell in love with the Warriors, like how I fell in love with the Philadelphia Eagles. I still love the Sixers too, so I'm rooting for them too. They're not there yet, obviously. They're way not there. But they going to get there one day again. And that day, I'll be there rooting for them too. But right now, it's the Cavs, it's the Warriors, and the Warriors are going to do it in 6, 5 at the minimum, 7 at the max, but I'm going with 6 because I can feel it. And when LeBron loses, I had a dream, I had a vision, and I'm not really comfortable saying that these days because things just haven't been going my way with those words. But LeBron's going for the dunk, or he's going for a layup, and KD is following him, and he smacks the ball similar to what LeBron did to Iguodala last year. And LeBron's gonna look up at KD with this look of, oh my God. He's gonna then pass it to Steph. Steph's gonna hit that 3, and that place will explode. Oh my God. That's how incredible it's going to be. I cannot wait. The finals are almost here. I am pumped. We are waiting. We want the Cavs. We want LeBron. I know I'm repeating myself, but I don't care. Let's do this. Or in the words of Brock Lesnar, you're here. I'm here. Let's do this. I know if you've seen Willpower, he kind of did it that way, but that's how Brock Lesnar did it when it was the feud between him and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 a couple years ago. But that being said, that is about it, and I cannot wait. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 3 fours for you. Let's go, Warriors. And if you're not down with that, I got another words for you. Peace out. LeBron, I told you this from last year, bro. When I made that video, I said, we are coming. I said, we were going to get you. I said, it was going to be round 3. Here we go. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Peace out, y'all.